Hi everyone, Comic Wraith here. Before the video starts, I just want to let you know what you're getting into. This is my new show, Adaptation Evaluation. Basically, a review show of adaptations, preferably movies and television, probably more movies. And I wanted an excuse to talk about this stuff for a while. So it's just going to be some light, review-like content with some, quips and all that in there. I hope you enjoy. The movie begins in an apartment, and right away, we see that this world is not ours, after you see a bunch of duck-themed movie posters. We then see the titular Howard, moments before his life is forever changed, as he's inexplicably pulled from his apartment into space, where he doesn't die from vacuum exposure somehow. Howard's trip lands him in the big city, you know the one, say it with me, Cleveland, Ohio. Almost immediately after landing, Howard is surrounded and accosted by a group of leather-wearing thugs, and acts how anyone would, surrounded by that much leather.
I'm a dead duck.
They kidnap him and take him to a nearby rock club, where, being mistaken for a child, he's then thrown out, and is then attacked by a homeless woman, almost run over by a bus, fondles a different woman, and lands in a barrel. I want to point out, all of this is happening while being scored by Leah Thompson's amazing vocals.
Talk about a rotten day.
Shortly after, we see Beverly Switzler, played by aforementioned Thompson, getting harassed by two men. As they try to assault her, though, Howard intervenes, utilizing Quack Fu. He fends off the attacker, where he then finds out he is, in fact, on Earth. Beverly offers him a place to stay, though he's not that grateful.
Nice place. You pay to live here?
What a jackass. After a brief conversation, we see Beverly go through Howard's things. Yeesh. And she decides to help him figure out how to get home.
Howard.
The next day, Beverly takes Howard to her friend Phil's lab. Phil, betrayed by Tim Robbins. He hadn't done Shawshank yet? Oh, Tim. Phil tries to study Howard and wants to use him for scientific fame, before it's quickly revealed that Phil is only a lab assistant and can't actually really help. Annoyed, Howard and Beverly argue, and then we actually see Howard's stance on the mutant discussion.
Mutants?
Their argument ends in them splitting apart. Howard decides to get a job, where he's assigned to a bathhouse. This movie's rated PG, by the way. This doesn't last long, and shortly after, Howard is back in the club, watching Beverly perform. Afterwards, he notices Beverly's creep manager ogling and making lewd comments about her. He decides to take the matter of Beverly's money, which he owes, into his own hands. Afterwards, Howard meets with the band and reconciles with Beverly. Phil's also there, and plucks one of Howard's feathers, as there's another feather that supposedly matches Howard's. And if it does, it'll hopefully solve how Howard got here, and potentially how to send him home. Later that night, Howard stays with Beverly once more, where he briefly practices his old music dreams. This actually inspires Beverly to offer Howard their manager's position. Now, when I said reconcile, they really reconcile. This movie's PG! The 80s were wild. Thankfully, before anything can go too far, Phil barges in with some scientists, explaining how Howard arrived on Earth, when a test of a laser spectroscope went wrong, pulling him from his home of Duckworld. Howard plans to use the device to go home, which obviously saddens Beverly, the furry. They make their way to the lab, and along the way, they actually share a heartfelt moment, which comes across as actually very sweet.
I'm not a real sentimental guy.
No. I bet you were born from a very hard-boiled egg, Ducky.
Yeah. But I do keep wondering, of all the alleys in the world I could have fallen into that night, why did it have to be yours? Because right now, you're the one and only thing that's making it very hard for me to leave.
Arriving at Dynatechnics, the machine has somehow gone haywire, causing an emergency, injuring Dr. Jennings, the main scientist in charge of said laser. Howard is kept prisoner by the other scientists, and they plan to send Howard to jail. But thankfully, Beverly intervenes and they make their quick escape. Running into Jennings on the way out, they drive away in his car. but it's quickly obvious. We see that Jennings is not doing well. He's suffering from side effects of the laser explosion. He tries to warn Howard and Beverly of an incoming danger, but they don't listen until it's too late.
I'm dead.
Yes, you are.
You think that's funny, Jennings?
I'm not Jennings anymore. The transformation is complete. I am now someone else.
Try telling that to your insurance company.
I think you need some coffee. Come on.
They decide to hide out at a dinner to think of a new plan where Jennings is acting very, very strange.
You're talking about? All I know is I need that laser machine to get me home. Is it still working, Jennings? Jennings?
I told you, Birdbrain, I am not Jennings anymore. I am now one of the Dark Overlords of the universe.
Dark Overlord of the Universe?
That must be quite a responsibility.
Tonight, the laser beam hit the nexus of Summonus.
What is that? A suburb of Cleveland?
It lies beyond the planets. It is a region of demons, to which we Dark Overlords were exiled eons ago.
I hope you're getting all this.
Howard.
Some restless patrons harass Howard and Beverly, leading to an admittedly fun action sequence. Beverly tries to even intervene and get involved, leading to this mixed result.
People are animals! He's my boyfriend!
That's disgusting.
The patrons try to execute Howard to cook him, but Jennings, needing the code key one of the patrons stole, attacks them. Afterwards, though, Jennings keeps attacking and kidnaps Beverly as he makes his way back to the laser device to retrieve the other Dark Overlords. Afterwards, Phil, now having been arrested, is waiting in the back of a squad car. Howard rescues Phil, and they team up to catch Jennings and Beverly. Having commandeered a motorized hang glider, they take to the skies with the police in pursuit. Meanwhile, Jennings, in need of power to sustain his decaying body, visits a nearby nuclear power plant, and drains it further, increasing his power. Howard and Phil eventually get to the lab and raid the experimental tech area. They manage to find what is known as the Neuron Disintegrator, and decide to use it on Jennings to save Beverly. And even though they do free Jennings, the Dark Overlord itself roams free and tries to kill Howard, who, in order to save the Earth, destroys the laser and his way home to defeat the Dark Overlord. Later on, Howard manages and performs with Beverly's band as the credits roll. This movie is not good. It's inconsistent with its tone. The plot's kind of all over the place. The villain isn't even an established Marvel character. But I will say, there are a few bright spots. The soundtrack is really fun and catchy. The effects are well made, especially the costume for Howard himself, and despite the fact that I do not like this villain, Phil Tippett's stop motion work is always amazing to watch. And there are some funny one-liners.
What's this? Undoubtedly one of Earth's greatest minds here.
Can you just sit there?
She took my eggs.
But with all that said, I found the movie just odd. It's a raunchy comedy at times, space adventure at other times. It's a mess, and when you learn that it was originally going to be an animated film, I feel like this would work a lot better in that format. I even know from other research that Leah Thompson, the person who played Beverly, wants to direct a modern MCU version with Seth Green's Howard the Duck, which could go up or down. I'm not sure. It's all up in the air. From what I understand, she's asked, but it hasn't gone anywhere. But with all that said, this movie is unfortunately a mess. I am shocked George Lucas put his name on it, and for that, it's going in the D tier. And that was Adaptation Evaluation. As you can see, we're starting very slow on our tier list with a D for duck, as it were. Oh, this movie sucks. It sucks so bad. Why did I do this one? Oh, it was mind-numbing. I feel like I missed half the plot if I blinked. I don't even know at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. We're doing Blade next, though. I'm excited for that. And yeah, before I go, though, I do want to have a quick shout out. This is the Wraith, my main character of my main branding of my channel, all the iconography, the comic Wraith. This is some amazing fan art by Shay. She's a very talented artist. My partner, my girlfriend, she met her, introduced her to my channel, and she made this for me. It's amazing. I'm very happy with it. I hope she does more. Shay, if you're watching this, I love it. Thank you so much. But with all that said, I've been your host, the Comic Wraith. Stay safe, stay true, and stay you. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the notifications. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.